Hello children, I'm going to read you another story. I hope you're all doing okay, hope you're all being good for mums, dads and carers. Today I'm going to read you a story called Fly, Eagle, Fly. And it's a bit longer than the other ones, so I'm going to read it in two parts. A farmer went out one day to search for a lost calf. The little herd boys had come back without it the evening before, and that night there had been a terrible storm. He went to the valley and searched. He searched by the riverbed, he searched among the reeds, behind the rocks, and in the rushing water. He wandered over the hillside and through the dark and tangled forests where everything began, then out again along the muddy cattle tracks. Cattle are cows, so he's looking for a calf, which is like a baby cow. He searched in the long thatch grass, taller than his own head. He climbed the slopes of the high mountain with its rocky cliffs rising to the sky. He called out all the time, hoping that the calf might hear, but also because he felt so alone. His shouts echoed off the cliffs. The river roared in the valley below. He climbed up a gully in case the calf had huddled there to escape the storm. And that was where he stopped. For there, on the ledge of a rock, close enough to touch, he saw the most unusual sight. An eagle chick, hatched from its egg a day or two before, and then blown from its nest by the terrible storm. He reached out and cradled the chick in both hands. He would take it home and care for it. And home he went, still calling in case the calf might hear. He was almost home when the children ran out to meet him. "The calf came back by itself," they shouted. The farmer was very pleased. He showed the eagle chick to his wife and children, then placed it carefully in the warm kitchen among the hens and chicks and under the watchful eye of the roosters. Roosters are like chickens. "The eagle is the king of the birds," he said, "but we shall train it to be a chicken." So the eagle lived among the chickens, learning their ways. His children called their friends to see the strange bird, for as it grew, living on the bits and pieces put out for the chickens, it began to look quite different from any chicken they had ever seen. One day, a friend dropped in for a visit. He and the farmer sat at the door of the kitchen hut smoking their pipes. The friend saw the bird among the chickens. "Hey, that's not a chicken, it's an eagle." The farmer smiled at him and said, "Of course it's a chicken. Look, it walks like a chicken. It eats like a chicken. It thinks like a chicken. Of course it's a chicken." But the friend was not convinced. "I will show you that it is an eagle," he said. "Go ahead," said the farmer. The farmer's children helped his friend catch the bird. It was fairly heavy, but he lifted it above his head and said, "You are not a chicken, but an eagle. You belong not to the earth, but to the sky. Fly, eagle, fly." The bird stretched out its wings as the farmer and his family had seen it do before, but it looked about, saw the chickens feeding, and then jumped down to scratch with them for food. "I told you it was a chicken," the farmer said, and he roared with laughter. Next day, the friend was back. "Farmer," he said, "I will prove to you that this is no chicken but an eagle. Bring me a ladder." With the large bird under one arm, he struggled up the slippery thatch of the tallest hut. The thatch is the roofs that you've got here in the huts. The farmer doubled up with laughter. "It eats chicken food. It thinks like a chicken. It is a chicken." The friend, swaying on top of the hut, took the eagle's head, pointed it to the sky and said, "You are not a chicken, but an eagle. You belong not to the earth, but to the sky. Fly, eagle, fly. Again, the great bird stretched out its wings. It trembled and the claws that clasped his hand opened. Fly, eagle, fly, the man cried. But the bird scrambled out of his hands, slid down the thatch and sailed in among the chickens. There was much laughter. And I'm going to read part 2 in tomorrow's video.